Hold on one second, because when I say my reviews men can kill, people think I'm joking. Okay? And welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. As always, another day, another Love Island review. Guys, the most urban episode we've had. Okay, the most urban. I even tweeted it. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I said today, in celebration of the urbanness that we watched, it's only right that I actually wear a bonnet in today's review. But yeah, guys, today's episode, a lot for us to unpick and unpack. So as I usually and I always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We are on the road to 30k. I know this, right? And my prayers is for us to hit 30k before this season ends. So if you are coming back and you're not subscribing, definitely subscribe and definitely join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, like I usually and I always say, please get cozy and comfy with your hot ribena. Yeah, we definitely drink that here. Some people think it's a joke. It's really not a joke. But yeah, get cozy and comfy with your hot ribena and your snacks. And let's get into today's review. So let's start off with the game. You guys know we already received a small glimpse of the game in yesterday's episode. For today, guys, it was definitely a juicy game. We'll get into some of the kisses / snogs. I hate that word, by the way, but yeah, some of the kisses and all of the situations that came from there. So let's start off with Mitchel. He ended up kissing Ella as the second most attractive girl. You guys know Mitchel is with Molly. We're going to get onto him later because it's not everyday false love, okay? He's definitely doing the most, but we'll get onto that shortly. George ended up kissing Rushi and Molly in a three-way kiss. Guys, I was definitely screaming because I think they were supposed to kiss for like 10 seconds. First and foremost, even the concept of a three-way kiss, it's just a bit much. I won't lie. The concept of a three-way kiss is just way too much. But they were supposed to kiss for 10 seconds. And you know, Rushi is just not feeling George like at all. I think they were like 5 seconds and she was like, okay, yeah, that's good, that's good. She said, yeah, wrap it up ASAP. Mitchel ended up choosing Zach as his second biggest competition and they had a dance off. Not really much dancing. It was just, you know, the robot, a little pop lock and drop it. It's not really much there. Tyreek ended up, okay, hold on one second, because when I say my reviews men can kill, people think I'm joking. Okay, Tyreek is the type of guy to kill you and ask you why you are dead. So I think Tyreek had to kiss did he have to kiss someone that he was most attracted to or another person he was attracted to, right? You guys already know. Who did Tyreek friend zone yesterday? 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. He friend zoned Jess. So you friend zoned her. I'm sure as much as I was thinking, you were probably thinking, probably even Jess was thinking as well, like, he's not going to come over here and kiss me. Why did Tyreek go and drag his long self to go and kiss Jess? I said, what? Like, it's just... No, I'm sorry. When it happened, I just said, is this not the same girl that he friend zoned yesterday? Scary, okay? Scary. Zach ended up kissing Molly as a sneaky link. Okay, let's start with this. Number one, we'll get into it as the episode goes on, but there definitely is something there. Alright, there definitely is something there. And I know a lot of people are like, nah, Zach's singlet needs to be torn because everyone was definitely on the Zach and Catherine ship. Shoot, I was even on the Zach and Catherine ship. But he definitely seems like he really likes Molly. And even in today's episode, we're going to get into it anyway, but even in today's episode, it seemed like, I don't know. I know the producers like to do their little chop and chop and chop, but I didn't hear him speak to Catherine like that like once, and him and Molly were proper trying to see how they can explore things. The kiss went on for quite a while. And we know Mitchel as well with his googly eyes was also watching as well, but we'll also get onto that later. Yeah, we'll definitely get onto it. So we'll speak about the aftermath of the game, and of course everyone having their little chin wags and their conversations. So Molly was talking about Zach and Zach was talking about Molly. Like I said, guys, I know it's a game, but I fear, oh god, I fear Catherine may be vulnerable here. I can't, Zach, really? You had us thinking you were into the Bames. Nothing's wrong if he's not, but you had us thinking you were really into the Bames, and you ain't. You're really not. Like, I don't know, guys. Am I disappointed? I don't know, because like I said, men can kill, okay? Men can actually kill, but I was really hoping that him and Catherine were just going to kind of like make it in the long run, but his eyes definitely seem to have turned for Molly, and now they're both talking about how good the kiss was and exploring options again. Okay. So of course Mitchel was speaking to Whitney and he was saying that, you know, he's not necessarily in love but he's closed off. We're going to get into that later again because I feel like that's one main reason why Molly is looking for every avenue to escape. Bro, it's been 4 days. Why are you talking to me about being closed off? I don't understand that. I actually don't get it. I don't. You can't tell me, oh yeah, like, I'm closed off. Have you confirmed with her that you're closed off? No, you haven't. So your closed offness is a one-sided thing. So it's definitely another reason as to why Molly did end up getting, I think Molly has the ick, but another reason why Molly does have the ick, of course, and definitely wants to pursue it with Zach as well. But like I said, I just think he needs to be for real. It's way too early for him to be saying, we're closed off. Oh, I'm closed off. I'm not in love, I'm closed. It's been 4 days. Be serious. Let's move on to the girls praying. I don't know who they were praying to. It was definitely given manifesting charms, all that type of stuff. But they were praying for another guy to come into the villa. And what else? Oh yeah, they were speaking about, you know, bombastic side eye. Side eye. And Halima, shout out to Halima, okay, because Halima is actually my babe. Her tweets make me laugh throughout Love Island. But she was literally just like, it's getting a bit urban here, if you ask me. Like, criminal offences side eye on national TV. I never thought I'll see the day. And if you don't know about it, just type it on TikTok. Just type in bombastic side eye, because there's no way that catchphrase made it to national TV. It's getting a bit urban here. Okay, so let's move on to the night time. George was asked about his top 3 and he said Molly, Molly and Molly. I'm not checking for George. I don't think anyone is checking for George. It's clear that George likes Molly, but I don't think Molly likes him. So he may need to let that ship sail. He shouldn't unpack. He actually shouldn't, because I think he's going home soon. So a few smooches in bed. Zach and Catherine are having smoochy. Very interesting. Zach, you didn't kiss Catherine. You didn't kiss, sorry, I said kiss. You didn't kiss Catherine during the challenge, but you guys are doing smoochy in bed. Catherine's a better woman than me. I know it's a game and everything, but there's no way you're going to almost-ish diss me in a game. I don't care if it's a game or a challenge, but you know that I like you, and then you want to be doing up lips in bed. Okay. Molly and Mitchel were definitely getting their kisses on as well. I feel like that was more for Mitchel, because I think Mitchel, like I said, he really likes Molly, so he's just thinking, oh my gosh, that kiss with Zach probably was really long. I need to make sure I get my foot in there first and stuff like that, but it's too late. It's too late. And Ella and Tyreek, like I said, a better woman than me, because if you're kissing someone who you told me yesterday that you friend zoned her, and you're kissing her in a challenge as a sneaky link or something, being more attractive, and then we're coming to bed and you want to be lipsing me. I mean, like I said, he can kill. Okay, but my thing with Tyreek is, like, we are literally 4 episodes in, guys. We're 4 episodes. Casa Amor, we haven't even sniffed it yet. We don't even know if they finished building the villa for Casa Amor, and Tyreek is really showing us this. I'm awake, okay? He's gonna give us content, and I'm here for the reviews. So let's move on to the following morning. I'm not really too big on the following morning chats, you guys know this, so I'll just quickly brush on a few conversations and a few things that were discussed. So Rushi was asking Whitney what her type was, and she said that her type was Andre. But what was so interesting was then when Rushi spoke to half the girls during the morning chat, she was like, yeah, like Andre's 100% my type. So it's Loki giving out, trying to suss out her competition, because we do know that Whitney does really like Andre, but she feels like his age thing with him being 21 and with her being 25 will be a very interesting barrier that they have to cross. And I don't blame her. I think I'm not into young guys, so I can only speak for myself. Of course, Whitney was then speaking to Jess and Molly, and she was saying that she feels like Ella is very protective when it comes to Tyreek, and I think that's maybe because she wants to get to know him. But the girls are just like, listen, like, you know, it's early days, you know how they talk. You know, I love Jess, by the way, but just like, you know, it's early days. Like, I don't care if she's closed off. Like, you should get to know who you want to get to know. So yeah, the camera zoomed in on, I made a note of this though, but the camera did zoom in on Molly, and she looked a bit, I don't know how I feel about Molly just yet, guys, okay? I don't know how I feel about her just yet, but I've got my eyes on her. I'm going to say that now, and when me having my eyes on her makes sense, I'm going to come back to this review and say that I told you so. So let's move on to the boys having a conversation, nice and brief. Zach said that he liked both Catherine and Molly, and he just kept going on about the kiss. And like I said, I fear that Catherine is in trouble, because throughout this entire episode, unless, like I said, the producers cut and chop and paste here and there, I didn't really see him talk to Catherine, but all we heard was money, 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 money. So it makes me wonder, not that he wasn't really into Catherine, but okay, that's my reservation. And I find it very interesting when guys kind of like jump between, not jump per se, but jump between different girls that look completely different. I don't know if it's just me, guys. Let me know if you agree, disagree. But Catherine and Molly are completely different, and you're telling me I'm a bit torn. Okay, very interesting. Okay, cool. Let's move on to we already spoke about that. All right, yeah, let's move on to Molly speaking to Rishi. So she was saying that she wants to explore Zach because she feels like the kiss was really nice and that she's not really closed off. And then of course she was speaking about that because Mitchel has been going around the villa telling everyone that, yeah, I'm closed off, I'm closed off. But like I said, you can't agree to be closed off on your own. Okay, the second party has to agree with you. And then Molly started crying. Now I hope this doesn't come across as heartless, guys, because you guys know I'm not a heartless person. But why are we crying? Why are we seeing Karen tears 4 episodes in? For me, it didn't give. I know tears are emotional, but for me, it just didn't really give. I didn't understand why she was crying. I know people say that the villa is quite, you know, it's quite intense when you're in there. But crying after 4 days for someone you didn't know 5 days ago is very interesting. I'm sorry. Dry those eyes, dry those tears, and keep the storyline moving. So let's move on to Maddie and Whitney talking, guys. Oh, I think this probably is going to be it's going to join the other seasons with being like probably one of the top seasons, because I think we're 4 episodes in and I actually just cannot stop laughing. But of course, Maddie and Whitney were talking. You guys know I really like Maddie, but they were talking, and you know, he asked her who would be like your top 2, and we already know that she said Andre in the morning, but she was just like, oh yeah, it will be you and it will be you. I don't know why she's lying. Okay, I do not see Maddie and Whitney becoming a thing. I'm so sorry. I feel like that conversation was just a filler. There's nothing coming from that. I need you to all shine your eyes. And Maddie was just like, oh yeah, like, that's cool. I think you're yeah. I'm thinking, nah, nothing is coming from that, guys. Well, we can wish, okay, we can hope. But I do really, really like Maddie, so it's not even to shade him. I just think he's funny. So of course, Ella ended up getting a text that Sammy was here for a date on the terrace. The text said in a bit, like I said, urban strikes again. So I don't know who I was expecting when they said Sammy, but when I saw the in a bit, I was thinking, oh, all right then. But we then were introduced to Sammy, and he wasn't what I was expecting, but yeah. So we'll quickly move on before the date to Tyreek. When Ella, of course, ended up getting the text, she was like screaming, ah, and Tyreek was just like, oh, that's calm, innit? Like, yeah, that's calm. You know how Tyreek speaks, oh yeah, it's calm, it's calm. But he didn't necessarily seem too pleased, but oh well. So she ended up giving him a hug just before she went on the date. I don't know if that was to maybe like comfort him or just kind of like reassure him a bit, but of course she did end up going to get glammed up, and I did think she looked really nice. You guys already know, I feel like Ella is a very pretty girl. I just feel like the fillers are just really strong, and I just don't feel like she needs them, because I've seen her other pictures on her Instagram and she looks gorgeous. So I don't know why she went to go and get that before entering the villa, but hopefully as the weeks go, you know, it kind of calms down. But she looks cute, okay? She looks cute. So let's quickly talk about Sammy. He is 22. He's from Kent. Boop. You guys know I was born and raised in South London, but we did move to Kent whilst I was in university. So I'm a bit half and half, but I'll always be a South London girl at heart. But big him up, he's from Kent. He is a project manager and he's 6'3", tanned, dark hair. He's definitely the Oyinbo people's version of, you know, tall, dark and handsome. But yeah, he was okay. If I'll be honest with you, I feel like his date... Okay, so he ended up having 3 dates, right? We'll start off with the first date with Ella. Personally, I don't feel like Ella was interested in him like that. They did have good chat at first, but then it seemed like the conversation was getting quite flat. And even me, I was thinking, like, this Sammy guy is not really giving. He needs to give us more personality. Like, right now, I'm just getting bored. Even when they kept asking him, you know, what do you do? He was just like, I'm project manager, you know, boring. Don't say boring with that. You know, give us a bit more. We need to get to know you as a character and as a new bombshell. But anyway, like I said, I didn't feel like Ella was feeling him at all. And even when she got back from the date, she hugged Ty and was like, oh, was that on your mind? Were you thinking about me? And then she was just like, Jess, he's 100% your type. Like, Jess, yeah, he's 100% your type. So I definitely feel like with her saying that, she was trying to deflect, you know, him onto her, pretty much letting them know that, guys, I'm not really that interested in him. So his second date was with Molly. Oh gosh, my stomach is overly rumping. But yeah, his second date was with Molly. He did say that she isn't usually his type, but looking at her now, maybe his type has to change. I don't know if that was flirting, because if someone told me that, I'm gonna look at you sideways. Anyway, it's not about me. But yeah, if someone told me that, I'll definitely look at them sideways. But I do feel like they did have some conversations there. One thing that defo stuck out to me was once again the fact that Molly was like, what did Molly say again? She's not closed off. And I feel like that's just because Mitchel has really made this whole closed off thing almost like you've decided that for you and you're trying to push that onto me and I'm not really trying to hear it. So I feel like she pretty much confirmed for me in today's episode, especially with that date with Sammy, that listen, I'm not closed off. Everyone needs to stop saying I'm closed off because I am not closed off. All right. And last but not least, let's move on to third date with Jess. Personally, my favorite date. I really like Jess, guys. I feel like Jess deserves a chance. All right. I definitely think she deserves a chance. She seems really cute, really bubbly, really out there, and I don't feel like she's been dealt the best of cards with the guys in the villa. I mean, Tyreek, who friend zoned her and then kissed her the next day, no one is trying to sign up for that level of confusion. So yeah, I think they had quite a good chat between them. I don't know if I feel like Sammy felt the same way, but I do feel like they had a good chat, and I wouldn't be mad to see Sammy and Jess get together because I feel like Jess is really cute and sis needs somebody. So in the meantime, let's move on back to the villa. Zach and Molly were having a conversation and they were pretty much just saying how much they really want to get to know one another and pursue one another and keep going. Once again, side eye, bombastic side eye, Zach. No one's saying he can't have types. I do hear it, but for the entire episode, I don't think I heard him speak to Catherine once. I don't think. Okay, did they even have a conversation? I don't know. So it's very interesting to see how things are moving and how the transition, is taking place between the type of girls that he likes. Interesting enough as well, he did actually say to Molly that he's going to let Catherine know that I'm talking to you. So that lets me know that he is actually quite serious about wanting to get to know Molly. And Molly is trying to escape from Mitchel from the sounds of it. So there's no surprise as to why. Also as well, Molly was proper complimenting him. She was like, yeah, like I like your tats, I like your personality, I like this, I like that. And yeah, just very interesting. But I kind of blame Mitchel anyway. I feel like Mitchel just came on way too hard. Like I said, 4 days in and you're talking about being closed off. Bombastic side eye, scary vibes. So let's move on to Sammy. Of course, he ended up making his way back into the villa and they gathered around the fire pit and just had a conversation to try and get to know him. He was just like, yeah, like pretty much he kind of came with the energy of that he doesn't care about whose toes he steps on, pretty much saying that anyone's girl can be taken at any time. Okay, the camera then kept panning and zooming into Tyreek and also zooming into Mitchel, I guess trying to insinuate that Sammy is going to try and get to know Ella and also Molly. But I just feel like Mitchel was looking stressed. Okay, I like seeing guys look stressed, but Mitchel was looking incredibly stressed. And as you know, we did also get a glimpse of tomorrow's episode, in which it's going to mainly focus on Mitchel and Molly. Very interesting for a Friday, if I'm going to be honest, but they are going to of course focus on Mitchel and Molly, I guess specifically as well about the whole closed off situation as well, because he really wants to, I guess, settle down with her. And Molly's like, listen, I'm a free bird and I don't want you holding me down so early and so soon. And you know what, I'm here for it. Like I did say, I did think Molly and Mitchel were cute when they first coupled up, but then like all this other stuff about being closed off and like he's giving her jacket one episode, it's a lot, you know. Like as a guy you need to play it cool, and if he's not careful he's gonna lose his little Molly. He is, all right, he is. But guys, that is the end of today's review. Overall, an okay-ish episode. Sammy's just not bombshelling enough for me. I don't know what it is. He's a good looking guy, but maybe because he's not my type, I'm not really seeing the bombshell. But another islander is in the villa. But as always, I'd love to know what you guys did also think of today's urban episodes in the comments. So please be sure to comment down below and let me know how you also found it. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and therefore join the family, road to 30k. And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.